Hi, I'm Mac.
I'm Revit.
And I'm Ram.
Okay. We're here at Brazos State Park. We're going to do a quick shakedown run for our trip in a couple weeks, or actually a couple days. And most of us, we got most of our gear, most of our water, everything weight-wise is going good. So now we're just trying to figure out, make sure that we don't have to make any adjustments on gear.
So for the most part, like I said, everybody has all the gear that they're going to use. We're going to go up the mountain. We have decided that during this trip, we are going to go ahead and, or during our actual mountain trip, we're going to go ahead and lay out camp, and we're going to leave camp set up, and we're just going to light pack for the hike up to the summit, which has helped out tremendously. That means we can carry a little more weight up and know we don't have to try to get past that struggle point of carrying all that weight, and we'll just break camp when we come back down and make it to the wilderness campground.
I have nothing to say.
Of course he doesn't.
Go ahead. So pretty much I would say that today's whole endeavor is just to see how we're going to feel with this kind of weight. Hopefully we'll be alright, and hopefully we don't get eaten by a gator.
Hopefully not. We're over here, like I said, at Brazos Bend State Park. We're going to do a parcel around Elm Lake. Then from there, we're going to take the Spillway Trail. Spillway Trail over to 40-acre lake, because Rabbit wants to check out the observation tower. And we'll be shooting little bits of video as we go along, and kind of show you how things are working, commentary, etc. But in any event, we hope you enjoy it. And remember, every adventure is the greatest day ever. Go!
Fall asleep, Matt. We are here. We just came from here. We made it about 10 minutes and Matt had to take a rest.
I've only been recording for 8 minutes.
We're going to continue going this way, turn right, go to the observation tower.
What do you mean? We've only been recording for 8 minutes and I didn't need to take a rest. Not yet.
Now we're going to go around the lake.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We're here. Oh, so we're not going the whole way around the
we're
lake.
going to go this way. That's the way I said to go. And Matt said he wanted to go this way and take the long way. He's like, I'm slow for time. So.
I'm sorry, I have responsibilities.
Anyways.
Alright, we ready to do it?
How's it moving?
Okay, hike off, gentlemen.
Look at that.
Alright, so we're a decent little piece in so far. Rabbit and I decided that we were going to go ahead and come down the decline so that way we can go up the incline over here just to kind of see how our packs balance when we're on an inclined surface. Ram is up here on the walkover bridge.
Looking around.
Take the high ground.
Ram's our resident expert since he made it a 10th of the way up the mountain. What was it? When did you try? Was it last summer?
Yes, in July, in 90-degree weather. I do not recommend.
But also, Ram said that this is an approximate angle of what we could expect on the switchbacks. Watch your feet. So this is what we want. We kind of wanted to just look at this and just see.
Not all of it is inclined, but yes, there's a little bit of steepness to it.
So far, it hadn't been bad. Temperatures, like I said, outside are probably in the mid-60s today, which is what we're anticipating when we get to Guadalupe Peak. As far as what we're going to be dealing with during the day, we should be in the low 40s at night. A lot of beautiful scenery around here today. We had heavy rains, probably about, what, guys, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, so the area is pretty marshy. A lot of the trails are shut down, so we kind of had to make do as far as coming up with a trail route for today. But so far it's been nice.
Still no alligators.
Still no alligators.
Real quick before you cut off.
Yeah.
How is your pack feeling?
So far so good. I got a slight little burn right here on the back side of my shoulders,
okay,
which would indicate to me that it probably needs to be a little bit higher.
So on that note, is your waist loosening up?
No.
So mine is.
Okay.
I don't know why just yet, but after a certain period of time, this pack is the waist strap right now. I can fit my whole hand right here. So I'm finding myself having to lift it up and then tighten it back in. And guess what? The shoulder pain that you were feeling, I was feeling, but now I'm not.
Interesting. Well, I may have to try that. And then I think you and I had already previously discussed that if we started to have that problem, we were just going to speed tape our straps, correct?
Yeah, right on the bottom.
Cool.
Also, we had one problem with Mac's pack. His water bottle just walked its way out of the little holder. So that's something we'll just keep an eye on when we're walking around. If we hear anything drop, obviously pick it up.
Because it's my ancillary water that we're using, it's not going to be my primary source. Mainly that's extra spare bottles. I may end up just fastening them in a little bit lighter with Velcro tape, something like that. That way we prevent that from being a problem. But outside of that, again, that was the whole purpose of us having the shakedown walk, was to make sure that we could figure out any pitfalls any of us were having with our equipment before we actually started hiking up the mountain and didn't have access to repairs, modifications, etc. Anyway, we'll keep you posted as it goes along. Alright, so we've made it to the observation tower that Rabbit wanted to get to today. So we're gonna go ahead, hike up to the top of it. Again, kind of figure out, like Ram was saying, do we have any problems with pack straps that are starting to slip, or what have you. Y'all got anything, guys?
I'm just gonna walk up and see how it goes with.
Because walking straight, honestly, is easy. Yeah. Well, we're climbing mountains. Not only this hike that we're gonna do here in a little while, but in future endeavors, we're gonna be hiking like some steep stuff.
Right.
We're not gonna do any flat ground.
Yeah, because bouncing up and down is different than just walking straight. So we're gonna be a good test for that.
I agree. All right, gentlemen, let's make it happen.
Woozy or wheezy? Oh, easy.
All right, gentlemen.
Beautiful up here.
It is beautiful up here. We made it to the top.
Oh, this shit's the whole thing's moving.
I know.
No, stop it. I don't like it.
How's everybody feel?
Good.
Feel good.
Yeah?
I mean, obviously it was only like a minute.
Yeah.
But still, I can feel it a little bit. But I will say the pack is holding up well.
Okay.
Still no gators.
How's your pack holding up, Raph?
Oh yeah.
After 5 tours overseas from an unknown soldier, before you finally got it from the surplus store?
Different soldiers, probably.
Probably.
It feels great. A lot of the straps were taped up when I got them, but obviously I had to adjust it to myself. So I might tape them up later on after I get it adjusted pretty well. But obviously I'm going to be wearing different clothing on the mountain. We don't know what the weather is going to be like. We're anticipating weather like this, but we don't know what the weather is going to be like. It could be 40 degrees, so we're going to have to wear thicker gear.
Guys,
So I can't tape everything up right now.
we were like not even a couple feet away from a gator.
Gator.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm good then.
I don't know if I can zoom in on mine.
Yeah, that was close.
We were not that far.
We were standing right next to that.
Yeah, we were real close to that. Like, I was right by the bench.
Oh, he was going to get us.
Okay, so I know I had discussed that I was going to be getting most of my gear from REI, unfortunately, or from other professional climbing sources. Unfortunately, the only packs that were available to me with short enough notice were nowhere near big enough, and most of them were not going to be able to hold the water quantity that I was looking for. So I did deviate from my original plan. I am carrying the same pack that Ram is, just in a different color, and I will say that it was a much better option because easeability of packing, being able to get the water supplies that I need to, and the accessories and what have you have been great. So again, deviated from my plan a little bit, but so far it's working. Alright, so we're on this section of trail now, Live Oak Trail. It parallels the road through the park while we're slowly making our way back over to where we parked.
Back at Elm Lake?
Yeah, back over at Elm Lake. So far, to my knowledge, Ram and I haven't had any issues with pack straps loosening up because they're finally starting to settle in. Rabbit, on the other hand, got brand new Columbia hiking shoes. He is starting to experience a little bit of foot pain, but
You gotta break them in.
yeah, that's just kind of growing pains. And it's like he said, Ram, how much do you weigh Rabbit, how much do you weigh normally?
180,
How much you weigh with your pack?
about 260.
Okay.
You got a heavy pack, my man.
Yeah. So, Rabbit's kind of our worrywart. He's got everything in there. I'm pretty sure he has a camp stove, and I'm pretty sure he has at least 3 Predator drones in there too, to signal for help if he runs out of dude wipes. So, we're gonna go through his pack and potentially make some small changes. Coming up to a road crossing here, so go ahead.
I was saying, it kind of worries me because everything that Rabbit's carrying, that's what essentially I want to pack in mind. I'm about, now let's say 40%, maybe 50% of what I'm going to be taking and carrying Rabbit's bag. I'm like, oh man, do I really need all this stuff?
Yeah, but in the same token, Rabbit and I and you have already identified some things maybe that he could probably take out. Like he's got an e-tool, but he also has a mallet. I mean, that mallet's 3 pounds. Huh?
I never bought an e-tool.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the mallet can go. We can find workarounds. Yeah. So, and that's the thing is, there'll be things that I carry that Rabbit doesn't, that Ram doesn't, that he carries that we don't.
Yeah, something we discussed earlier was we don't all have to carry everything. We can share stuff that can be utilized by everybody. So.
Exactly. So, little hump up over the road, and we'll check in with y'all here in a bit. How you feeling?
Not bad. Upper body's fine. I'm not sure if it's the boots or what, but my left ankle is giving me a little trouble. Not horrible pain, but it's there. Like right now, staying straight up, no pain. I tilt a little bit to the right or to the left, and it's like right on the side. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just walking weird.
More. What's the word, Rabbit?
I don't think it's the boots itself. I think it's just feet swelling from walking and stuff like that. My right ball of the foot and end of the toes are kind of getting sore, going numb a little bit. So I have the issue of my big toe going numb all the time at work. So this is just extra weight, all that stuff. So.
Can I see your shoe? Your toe box isn't too big. I feel like it's. I mean, you have bigger feet than me, and we're like roughly the same size toe box. I think you need bigger. Is this a wide or a regular?
Pretty wide boot.
Let's see. Come here. These are the new Columbias that he bought. Get great reviews. Looks like a killer shoe, but again.
Super light.
Yeah.
But if you look at mine, I see his. I mean, he's got. What size shoe do you wear?
Like an 8, 9.
What?
Like a 9 or 10. Like it's usually like a 9.5.
Okay, you said 8 at first. I was like,
well,
I'm sorry.
I think those are 8.5.
Really?
Or they might be 9.5. I don't know.
Oh.
Between sizes.
This is a 9.5. That's what I'm saying. And we have roughly the same size toe box on these shoes. And my feet feel fine, but it's just my ankle. I don't know. Maybe this support on top is pretty sturdy. It's just, I don't know.
I said I have shoe pain or foot pain at work, like just walking around. So.
Is that why you wear those magic shoes that your mom bought you?
Yeah.
Okay.
They can take me anywhere.
I know they can. So we've made it to the end of the Live Oak Trail.
To the east side, to the west side.
And now we're over here at Pillant Slough to Elm Lake. We're not really sure how far this little trail section goes, but we figured we'd take a quick little break, drop pack, stretch for a little bit before we get back up, because this should be our last main big stretch before we make it back to the trucks.
Sure it's not slough?
It could be slough. I'm not real sure.
Okay.
But either way, we're having a good time. It hadn't been terrible. Actually, it hadn't been bad at all.
No, not at all.
Weather's great. Humidity levels are great. We're pretty stoked.
So we have just finished roughly 5.5 miles through Brazos Bend Park. A few different trails there. Testing out what we had going on, our packs, see how they felt, see how we felt. Boots and I guess, well, he's not going to wear jeans up the mountain, but our clothing, see how it feels. Mostly just the shoes. The shoes was a big feel for me, personally. I think I need to either adjust them or maybe adjust myself. But it was a good test of our packs.
Yeah, for me it was getting used to actually wearing a heavy pack and kind of figuring out what my strap tensions needed to be, where it needed to be positioned, etc., and just see how I was going to be able to muscle it. Because, like I said, I'm probably at about 80% of the weight that I'm going to be carrying. I got about another 20% gear-wise to add. But outside of that, figured a few things out, made some adjustments. You know, no major strap slipping for me, so it felt good.
Yeah. I made strap adjustments on the modular pack about halfway through. Changed locations where shoulder things were, just to kind of help out with how I was riding on my shoulders, how I was riding on my waist. Definitely got to figure out. We're about to go through my pack and see if we can figure out anything I can take out to lower some of the weight, just because, I mean, going uphill is going to be a completely different battle of what we just did all flat down. So,
But that being said, we discussed we did 5.57 miles, so almost 5.6. 5.6 on flat, relatively uneven terrain. I mean, groomed trail, but uneven terrain. We take that. That should be close to the equivalent, we feel, 3 miles on switchbacks, because we're not going just straight trudging 3 miles up. And we've decided that about every half mile of trailhead that we pass while we're on Guadalupe Peak, we're going to stop, drop pack, kind of take a break, make sure we're hydrated, make sure that we're carved up, proteined up, and then ready to continue the climb.
yeah, I mean, we took a stop and I was able to take a boot off and just kind of feel how, stretch out my foot, let the blood get back to it, and automatically my feet felt better. So I think stopping every half mile or every half hour or whatever the case is, wherever we find somewhere to rest, it's going to definitely benefit all of us to stretch out, not push too far.
Yeah, I would say in my past experience, every time I went hiking, it was always with an intended purpose to meet a certain time. Now I have to kind of change my mentality on that, because now it's more about, enjoying nature itself, seeing the fact that I'm not that guy anymore, and kind of just enjoying nature itself, because part of all this is, being out there.
What time did we start?
We probably stepped
9:40?
off about 9:40, 9:45.
It's about 12:40 now.
So we did 5 miles and
Something else.
Got about 3 hours.
I mean, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all, with breaks.
Yeah.
I think the 10-mile ruck for like air assault school is like 10 miles in like 2 hours.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's pushing a pace, but and we were not going slow.
No, yeah, we had a brisk pace. I do like the fact that we all have similar paces, and for all intents and purposes, I can speak for all of us that we're not hurting.
No.
Yeah. I mean, a little ache in the ankle maybe, but
Muscles are a
feeling
little
fine.
muscles are a little tight, but I wouldn't call this isn't pain by any means.
Yeah, this
I think we're good to go.
is a positive outcome, I would say.
Absolutely.
Alright.
All right. Well, that's Trekker Rex adventure for the day. And like we say, any adventure is the greatest day ever.